The Great Molasses Flood. The day Boston drowned in syrup, January 15th, 1919. It was a quiet winter afternoon in the north end of Boston. Children played in the streets, horses pulled wagons across cobblestones, workers at the nearby wharf went about their day as usual. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary, except for one looming, groaning giant that everyone had learned to ignore. A 50-foot-tall steel tank filled with 2.3 million gallons of molasses. Yes, molasses, the thick, sticky syrup used in baking and alcohol production. But this wasn't just a harmless container of sugar. This was a ticking time bomb. The tank belonged to the Purity Distilling Company, which was storing molasses to ferment into industrial alcohol used in making munitions during World War I. But there were problems, serious ones. The tank had leaked constantly since it was built. Children would sneak cups to scoop the dripping syrup. The steel was dangerously thin. It was never even properly tested for safety. And on that cold January day, the temperature had suddenly jumped from below freezing to over 40 degrees Fahrenheit, 5 degrees Celsius, in just hours. As the molasses warmed, it expanded rapidly. Gas built up inside, steel groaned, and then, at 12:40 p.m., it exploded. Witnesses described a sound like a machine gun as steel rivets shot from the tank like bullets. Then came a deafening roar. A wave of molasses 25 feet high and traveling at 35 miles per hour surged through the streets. It smashed buildings. It lifted a train off its tracks. It hurled a truck into the harbor. People were swept away as if caught in a tidal wave. But this wasn't water. This was thick, suffocating syrup. Horrific scenes. Horses drowned where they stood. Firefighters in a nearby station were crushed by the collapsing structure. People were pulled under, unable to breathe, their mouths and noses clogged with the sticky flood. Rescuers said the scene was like wading through caramel cement. One man was found 3 blocks away. Another was smothered to death while trying to rescue a child. The molasses didn't just destroy it, haunted. 21 people died, over 150 were injured. The cleanup took months. Molasses clung to everything. The harbor was brown until summer. Rescuers used salt water, sand, and fire hoses to scrub it off streets, walls, and even pets. And the smell? Locals swore the sweet, sickening scent lingered for decades, especially on hot summer days. The U.S. Industrial Alcohol Company tried to blame anarchists, but a massive investigation revealed the truth. The tank was poorly built. The steel was brittle. Safety protocols were ignored. It was a disaster of human negligence. The company paid out $628,000 in damages, about $10 million today, in one of the first class action lawsuits in American history. It also led to stricter building codes, safety inspections, and regulations that shaped the future of industrial construction. Fascinating facts. The molasses weighed over 13,000 tons. The wave moved faster than a human could run. The tank had leaked so badly, workers painted it brown to hide the mess. Survivors described hearing the screams of trapped horses for hours. The Boston Globe called it a flood of death and destruction. The Great Molasses Flood sounds like a joke until you hear the stories. It's a reminder that sweet things can turn deadly, and that human error left unchecked can have tragic, bizarre, and sticky consequences. So next time you drizzle syrup on your pancakes, just remember, in 1919, molasses nearly drowned a city,